What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. What up? Hey, this is going to be down and dirty, short one. And I thought, you know what? Let's show how easy it is to swap these bodies because I'm going to put my Ford back on. Kelly and I went out today with Kirk and ran some. Kelly put out a little video of today already at KKRC 76. Victor, what's up, man? I'm not going to be long today. It's just I wanted to show how slick it is to take this off and put a new one on. I got to run this one again. This one only ran one time at the France Park with all the rocks and stuff, and I took it out another time, and I didn't get to run it because I was running something else. And I got to run it today. This is I got 3 of these SCX6s. So this is my number 1 that actually has a little bit better than stock servo. Still a little lame, but I wanted to take it. And I wanted to drive this again because I only drove it at, like I said, France Park. What's up, Chris? But I also want to drive the Ford, which has been off of the chassis since I made this thing. So this thing's been around. It's been beat around. It's been tumbled. It's in good shape still, but there's some re-gluing I want to do on the rear fenders inside, basically underneath. And I think I may do some patina stuff on this one with some washes, maybe a little bit of airbrush. All the patina you're looking at on this right now is just from how I sprayed it with multiple colors, and in some areas didn't do it very thick, so you can kind of see some of the Bondo peeking through. I really like it, but it needs a little grime on it. I'm still trying to think up some kind of logo design or fake company for the side of it. Kelly's footage from today is pretty cool because he actually has some of it's from the perspective of being inside the truck behind me or in front of me. So he was Kurt brought his honcho out, and Kelly and I brought our 54 Chevy 3100s, and Kirk unfortunately had to split, so it was just us in the Chevys. And I didn't really film much at all because we already have a super dope video of this from France Park the other day, so I didn't do much with that. You know, if how many videos of the same truck am I going to make? And I do really like making them, and it's nice being able to change it up. So that's what we're going to show you here. So some of these trucks have 4 bolts to get it done, and others have 2. This one only has 2 bolts to get it undone. And I'll have the body off so I can do what I want to do to it. I need to put chains on the tailgate. I painted the white on there the other day, and I want to stain or do something with the wood. It's a little too perfect back there, but let's go. So some of you guys are going to remember I made this 2 bolts in the back. And that's exactly what it takes to put the Ford on. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have to probably get a driver for the back end. Two bolts. I tell you, I really do like the battery boxes. When you do have to change a battery, I don't have to do anything but open the lid on the wood box in the back, which is awesome. And Kirk and Kelly, they do they hinge theirs. I've been doing it this way though, and I like it. My red Travelall, the big one, the first one I made, it just uses basically stock body clips. But I do have to take that body off, change the battery. Not the end of the world. I mean, you get hours out of one of these packs. What's up, Florida? I can't see it from here. So some of you guys are going to remember I designed this like kind of special piece, a beatnik. Yeah, man. Florida e-bike. We're doing this show every week, Wednesday at 7, which is maybe going to change. And a lot of 3D printing and crawler stuff. Still love planes. Get to talk about them all the time. I fly them, but I haven't had a cameraman. So that's why. I will always love it, but I don't want to make junk videos, so I haven't put anything out airplane wise. So now all this is going to take is I'll lift it up and scoot it forward. I'll have to undo a couple servos for the lights. That's it. I got a very unique piece up in the front that I'll show you. So really, that's it. And it's amazing to me because this truck is super tough and it's been through a lot. It was that easy to undo it. I just got to unplug these lights. It was that easy to undo it, but it hangs on so well. I think that's amazing. So what a beautiful, these things out on the trails just were amazing to look at and watch work. But yeah, I think I'm going to stain that wood up and do something with that shock tower cover. You can see my fake barrel, which covers these up. And there's a leaf and another leaf. This is what holds this whole front end together. So you can see the back side of this grill and bumper. It's pretty specific. And then this piece, I altered the stock piece to make this key in to this back here. So yeah. There's the grill. There's the back of the grill. There's a lot of contour there. So it's surprisingly not that heavy. It'll be nice to look at that up on the shelf for a little while. So to do the battery box deal, I usually will buy the extension. And there it is. So this is what makes it happen. So the 2 bolts in the back are just through a cross member. This is the Honcho cross member. It doesn't matter what you use. When I use the Wrangler cross member, there's an actual extra piece for the body clips if you were to be stock. And that's where I'll put my bolt holes. But on this Ford and this Chevy, I use this. So that's how that works. And then you can see the shape of this is much like the inside of that grill. And it is, the truck comes on, slides back, and it's going nowhere. And this cannot be connected to the truck because of the way it all fits and goes in. So this is how it has to be. So this is 2 bolts here. So I lied. It's 4 bolts. And this goes right through the stock location for the way the bumper mounts. There's a bolt. And I'll get it. This is going to be easy. I have not printed a plane yet. I'm low. I don't have really any filament right now. And so I haven't done anything. I need to get some more filament. And there's an airplane show coming up. I'm going to sell some stuff. And then I'll be able to get some and print something else. I'm going to do a 66 Dodge too. But I've got my Unimog truck that I want to finish. That's 10 scale. For the Army Jeep, whatever will fit in it, dude. And with crawlers, the runtime is forever. So I would say use whatever you have. 2200, 1300. If you've got surface batteries and you can fit a 5000 in there, then that works. All right, Bill, see you later. Meat Servo, what up? This piece is crucial for the I'm upside down, so my lefty and Lucy's reversed. This little piece I made, again, it's a stock piece, but I added elements to it to allow it to fit and work really well with this chassis, which I'm proud of. I don't really know Fusion or anything, but I mess around in Tinkercad and I can work it out after a couple tries. So now this cool piece here, it bolts on through the cross member bumper mount, but I also engineered pins that the stock body would have had. And it simply, see these pins here? They go in the stock locations. And then I put this block on the back and drilled it out. And I use these holes here to know where to put them. And so, yeah, this is the whole thing that keys in with this contour and was notched out, negative spaces, all of it perfect to fit over these things and nestle in all the way down and tight. Pretty cool. That stays with the truck. Now the Ford is pretty easy. But yeah, Raymond Molina. So my Jeep is one of the original that when they first came out, and it still had Dean's connector. More than likely, the one you have has a XT60, but 2S or 3S, whatever you have, dude, is the way to go. I do want to print a plane. Yours is Dean's as well? Yeah, dude, 2S, 3S, whatever is going to be fine. All right, so this is it, man. I mean, I've stripped this one down, so there's not really any rock rails. I already cut down these skids. So this chassis here is basically the Chevy and the Ford. No modifications necessary to swap them back and forth. And then I've got two Honcho chassis that are doing the Scout and the trimmer's truck. And also, if the big Travelall was on one, that's what happens there as well. Okay, yeah, you got it when it first came out. Yeah, me too. So the Ford doesn't have any lights. I didn't put them on it, so there's nothing really to do wire-wise. And Chris, you said you liked the barrel for the battery. How about a pizza sauce can? Okay, so I'm going to open up my lid. I'm going to feed the lead into my battery box. Let me show you this before I get it on. Easy. Easy. Feed it through. And this is similar in the way it goes on in the front. It basically keys in as well. And I have my grill tension fit design, so it's not in the way for doing what I got to do. So this one, I have the clicker that some of the guys use for quick release on SCX6s, but I didn't use mine that way. I made mine just key in there, and there's really no flexing it open to hinge it or anything. So this thing will just go, I think I'm already in. Nope, not quite. I got to get where I can see it. There. There, that's locked in. And so what I always do on this one, so it's locked in now in the front with that clicker. Now when I bolt it in the back, it can't move anywhere. And I usually, this has actually been fixed a couple times because Kelly, I'll usually zip tie this as well. You know what I mean? And this, I mean, really janky, but just tension on it. And that's why I didn't do lights on this one. This stays just fine. And it's time for the 2 bolts in the back. And then this is my Basher SCX6 ready to rock, dude. Ready to go. Another wooden box. Did I shorten bolts? I don't think so. So yeah, same 2 holes back here at the back. And now next time I go out and I want to bring my this one, I'm ready. And I do like, this is my #1 chassis, first one I ever had. All the videos I made before on the Wrangler body were this one. And it's hard to see. Bear with me. There we go. There's one. We'll get one in first. And I can shorten the bolts, but I haven't. Nuts and bolts. But yeah, man, this was probably the second SCX6 one I did. And it's good to go, man. It's keyed in the front. Again, I will beef it up a lot of times with zip ties as just an extra sense of security. Because if that piece breaks, the front doesn't flop around because I got it zip tied, which are a dime a dozen. You can just snip them. And since the battery box is back here, it's no problem. And this truck, I wasn't figuring the scale out the same way we are now, which what we do now is more accurate, a little more guesswork in this. So I didn't necessarily get this right from the get-go. Had to cut on the arches some, and, just wasn't necessarily perfect. It printed nice. I didn't have as much finish work to do. It's beat up, and it's kind of the point, but it's all right. You don't really see a lot of the lines or the glue joint. It's dirty, still got mud on it, but it's ready. I'm going to change the hubcaps out. Yeah, I painted. This is all 3D printed, man, and I painted them. So yeah, I painted this door, but yeah. So this one, out of all the ones I've got, SCX6s, this one sits the lowest. It's got a crazy good approach angle. The departure angle's not bad. And again, it sits really low. It's light. It's easy to get to the battery. And then look how much the tires stick out. A lot. Again, I didn't necessarily do that on purpose. I was trying to get the wheelbase right. And I currently now, Kelly and I will adjust width or length and break out of perfect scale to make something work. And that's been great. But I didn't do that on this. So this body's way skinnier than any of my other ones. They really ride out a little bit wider. But this one, I mean, gosh, look how the wheels stick out. So because of that, there's a lot less here. It doesn't weigh as much. It's sitting low, and there is nothing getting in the way going through obstacles or trying to crawl up something. So this is, in fact, the best performing SCX6 that I have. And that's it. Yeah, the bolts look goofy, but I can shorten them and go through the other way, and then you don't see anything. If you want your own custom SCX6, hit me up at my email. I would do a project custom if somebody's into it. And I got some I'd get rid of. But yeah, I've been wanting to drive the Ford again. So there it is. Ready to go. And Chevy's got some glue joints I want to redo at the back. I tumbled off a hill one time because I was in, is my fault. I was in second gear. And then second gear, you lose your drag brake. And popped the fenders on the back right off. So when we fixed it, we fixed them right there on the trail. And these are heavy enough. I don't really like them sitting upside down with the chassis on them. So now that that's off, I can readdress that and think about what kind of fake business name needs to go on the door, and maybe do a little more washes and stuff like that on that 54 Chevy. I love that thing. It looks amazing out on the trails. And looking at that 54 Chevy today, and Kelly's is gloss paint and it looks fantastic. I do a lot of satin stuff. His 54 looks amazing. So does Kirk's. But the shape of them, the fenders, the wheel wells, all look so dynamite out there. And so when I do the 66 Dodge, I'm doing the step side short bed because I just love those extra dimensions. And sometimes they don't print very nice, but you can make them nice. And that's pretty killer to do. What's up, Craig? Yeah, so my Ford's ready to go again. Pretty pumped about that. Fun story on the red door. And this white, off-white paint, it's really blown out here in the shot, but it's pretty dead on for old weathered white. Rusty nicks and sticks, scratch and scrape. It's fine. But yeah, so when I do the Dodge, I'm going to do whatever I need to do so it's not so skinny. The first one I started, it was way wider and a little more appropriate, but it was also ended up way too long. And so I didn't make that one. I didn't do it. I only printed off a few pieces, and then I realized before I knew how to figure the scale out like we do now, I would print like the front clip and down like either the left or the right side just to see where I was, and it was not even close. And so I never finished that first one. What's up, Mike? Is that a person or somebody needs to see a doctor? What's going on? Anyway, I don't know how long it's been, but it's probably long enough. Because I did really intend for this to kind of live as a short video. Those of you watching this on the replay, there's a live chat that I've been responding to throughout the whole time, and a live chat that we do every Wednesday at 7:00. That's fun. Me and Kelly. 23 minutes. Okay, perfect. Too long for what it is, but that's fine. All right. 2-minute warning. I'm going to wrap it very, very soon. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to do that. Raymond, it's the same driver I use in everything. So hold on. I'm all about context. So this is the Axial CJ7, which I love so much. And Night Customs has files for the interior and a driver that's articulated with servos. And so now this is ahead of Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws. So it's not the 3D print guy head. And I never even painted this interior or the guy yet. But so with those files, all these big trucks, same driver, sometimes same dashboard. I just scale it up, make it big to do what I need it to do. So the CJ7 files from Night Customs I bought one time and have repurposed to be the driver in multitude of size of trucks. So that driver, different size, but same dude. And same as this guy, same as the guy in the Ford, same as the guy in all the trucks. So this is just a dude that I printed off the wrong size for something else. And I was like, oh, he's going to be pretty good. And he's actually small for in here, but not by much. He should be a little taller. These Jeeps are little, like their heads should come up to this, basically. But yeah, you buy the files one time. You notice the Viper 90 bits back here. You buy the files one time and you can use them to all you want. That's why I have a Travelall 2 sizes. Anything that I've made 10 scale, I could make big too. So yeah, I like the 66 Dodge, but I also want to finish the Unimog 10 scale. See what I think about it, because it might be fun to have a Unimog cab and build a wood bed for a big one. Who knows? But yeah, dude, this thing right here is why I got into crawling in the first place. FMS was going to send me this thing. I was pumped about it. I wasn't doing crawlers at all at this time. They were going to send me, it was the beginning of COVID or whatever. They were going to send this to me. And I didn't know anything about crawling, but I thought this thing looks way too scale to be any good at crawling. But let me get a dedicated crawler so at least I can compare it and know what I'm talking about without being just guessing. And so while I was waiting forever for this to finally come, I ended up getting an axial SCX6 deadbolt, crawled it, and was like, I never thought I'd like this in a million years. And it was pretty chill. And being an airplane guy who always had to get with a cameraman and make plans and go do it, being able to do it right at my house on the wood pile or the landscape, whatever, right here, not bad. And now we go out into the woods and put 4 or 5 miles when we go walking, hiking, playing in the creek beds. I wear these muck boots, and man, it's just like being a kid again, out in the woods. But I got a cool truck to watch do it too. So this is a super nice rig, actually, though. ABS, hard body, looks good. I got his other arm done and it needs to go on. And then this steering wheel, as you know, already turns. So if you wanted to make this guy look legit, all you got to do is get a servo in his back for his head. And I did videos of that Jeep back in the day. And I think they were pretty good, actually. So, all right, 30 minutes. That's cool. Hold on, I'll be right there. Where are you going?
Cubs game.
On TV?
No, it's the South Bay Cubs. The Coors are taking me.
All right, let me get off of here. How soon?
Like right now. See ya.
I love you. Bye.
Love you.
Have
Bye.
fun. Be a good boy.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. You going now, buddy? I'll see you. I love you. Stay good. All right, man. My sporty boy is on his way to the South Bend Cubs game. That's cool. He had practice this morning. They had their first scrimmage the other day. They played this school. A scrimmage, but the season, I think, starts like tomorrow. But homie got 3 touchdowns, man. Let's go. Dad's got a proud papa on that one. He's a good boy. Thanks for coming by. Seriously, the 3D printing, man. Thanks to Kelly Klein for getting me into it. Thanks Bamboo Labs for replying to my email and getting me going. I can't believe it. Thanks to you guys too for watching the videos. These trucks we're making, you can't buy them. And I think that's the killer. Is the coolest thing. You know, take a chassis that exists. And I have $11 3D printed trucks. Oh, it's so cool. You know, and you build them on kits or you repurpose a kit or whatever, man. And thanks, Dad. I'm going to rap at you later, probably. Give everybody a squeeze. Love your peeps. Have a good day. Check out Kelly's video from today. It's really short. A couple Chevys out there. His perspective with the camera in the cab, though, was cool. Something about looking through the window of these makes it actually feel really, really scale. What would you like to see next? I think, you know, Kelly and I are like, we talk about it, and in a way, we know we're actually really bringing it. It's relatively new, anybody doing this big of a 3D print body. I mean, some guys are doing it, but we're doing it. Windows and all, man, they're looking good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that should be awesome, Jay Woody. I need to see the first one again. Classic stuff there. But yeah, I don't even care if it's a real FPV, if it just feels like FPV. Like, I want to get some shots from inside these things, looking out the windows, just to make the videos be better, right? And so I think that's something that needs to happen. I need to get with the FPV people. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. We're out of here in 5. Hang rats forever. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. Yeah, Raymond, I remember your name, man, but yeah, it's been a minute. It was good seeing you again, Ryan. I have to get back to the shop. Have an automotive shop killer, man. Hey, I got a 350 LO5 dope engine and a 95 GMC K Sierra 4-wheel drive. I need to put that motor in something, bro. Or just let's slap a new body on this chassis, dude. For real. The body's in bad shape, but the engine's good. Love y'all. Check out Kelly's video from today, KKRC76. Short little video on YouTube of the 54 Chevys out. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Boom.